Betrayal doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it comes from the people you trust with your life. For me, it wasn't just my wife who broke my heart. It was my best friend. The man I called my brother. Together, they destroyed everything I believed in. My name's Alex. I'm 32 now, but this story begins long before I had gray at my temples or scars on my heart. Ryan and I weren't just best friends, we were brothers without blood. We met in middle school. He was the loud kid with messy hair always cracking jokes. I was the quieter one, more cautious. Somehow we balanced each other out. By high school we were inseparable. We played on the same basketball team, spent weekends at each other's houses, even shared the same dream, to leave our small town and build something bigger. And for years that's exactly what we did. After college we both landed jobs in the same city. We got apartments a few blocks apart. We were there for each other's first paychecks, first heartbreaks and late-night breakdowns when the world felt too heavy. Ryan wasn't just my friend. He was family. The brother I never had. And then I met Emily. Emily was unlike anyone I'd ever met. We bumped into each other at a coffee shop. Literally. She spilled her latte on me, laughed nervously, and offered to pay for my dry cleaning. I told her it was fine, but something about her smile stuck with me. She was warm, funny, the kind of woman who made you feel like you mattered in every conversation. Within weeks, I knew I wanted to marry her. Of course, Ryan met her early on. And he loved her, at least I thought he did. "Man, you hit the jackpot," he told me after the first dinner we all had together. "She's the real deal." He wasn't wrong. Emily was the real deal. And in 18 months she was my wife. Ryan stood beside me as my best man, grinning like he'd just won the lottery himself. He gave a speech that made everyone laugh and cry. He toasted us, saying, "To Alex and Emily, proof that soulmates exist." I believed him. With my whole heart, I believed every word. For years life was good. Emily and I bought a house. Ryan visited almost every weekend, sometimes staying late into the night, sitting on our porch with a beer in hand, talking about life. He was Uncle Ryan to our kids, the guy who showed up with gifts and always made them laugh. But then, subtle changes began. Emily laughed a little too hard at Ryan's jokes. Ryan lingered a little too long when helping her in the kitchen. I noticed, but I brushed it off. These were the two people I trusted most. What reason would I have to doubt them? Still, the signs grew louder. Emily started guarding her phone. Ryan canceled plans with me more often, but somehow always seemed free when Emily needed help with something. One night, I came home early from work. I found them in the kitchen, too close. Their voices low, their laughter intimate. When they saw me, they jumped back like guilty teenagers. I asked what was going on. Ryan clapped my shoulder and said, "Just catching up, man?" Emily nodded too quickly, too nervously. And in my gut, something twisted. It was a Friday evening, 2 weeks later. Emily was in the shower when her phone buzzed on the nightstand. Normally I wouldn't look. But something in me, call it instinct, call it fear, told me to. The message lit up the screen. From Ryan. "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." My heart stopped. My hands shook as I scrolled. Message after message. Plans to meet. Jokes only lovers would share. Pictures. Memories they'd created while I was working late or traveling or simply trusting them both. It wasn't one mistake. It wasn't one night. This had been going on for months. My best friend. My wife. The people I loved most, had found love in each other's arms. I didn't wait. I stormed into the bathroom, phone in hand. Emily froze when she saw it. "What is this?" I demanded. My voice shook, not with anger but with heartbreak. She opened her mouth, closed it again. Finally she whispered, "Alex, I'm so sorry." Ryan came over later that night, after Emily called him in tears. I told him to his face, "You were my brother." And do you know what he said? "It just happened. Just happened." Like betrayal was an accident. Like destroying a family was something you trip into. I'll never forget that moment. The way Emily cried. The way Ryan looked ashamed but not sorry enough. The way I felt my world collapse in silence. The aftermath. I left that night. Packed a bag, kissed my kids and walked out. Divorce followed. Messy, bitter, heartbreaking. Emily begged for forgiveness. Said it was a mistake. Said it was me she wanted in the end. But forgiveness doesn't come easy when trust is ashes. As for Ryan, he disappeared from my life entirely. The man who stood beside me at my wedding, the man I once called brother, was now a ghost I didn't want haunting my future. It's been 3 years since that night. My kids are older. Emily and I share custody. She's not with Ryan anymore. Maybe their love was built on lies and lies never last. But here's what I've learned. Betrayal doesn't just break your heart, it changes you. It forces you to see the world differently. It strips away the illusions you've lived with. And the cruelest part? It's not the betrayal from enemies that destroys you. It's the betrayal from the people you die for. I may never fully heal from what happened. Some nights, I still replay those moments, wondering what I missed, what I could have done differently. But I've found strength too. Strength in knowing that I survived. Strength in knowing that my story isn't over. Betrayal is just one chapter, not the whole book. And if you take anything from my story, let it be this. Sometimes the people you love most will betray you. But it's not the end. You can rebuild. You can rise again. Even from ashes.